Hi, welcome back to the course. In the previous couple of videos, we have discussed about the one-to-many mapping, and in this video, we are going to see how to achieve the one-to-many mapping with the bidirectional. So if we look at the existing application, like inside the employee and inside the department, so inside the department, we have this many-to-one mapping. So this department entity contains the employee reference variable. So once we get the department object, we also get the associated employee object. But inside the employee object, if we get the employee object, we don't get the departments. Okay, so the each employee, how many departments he is associated with that, we don't get that information. So in order to achieve that requirement, we are going to make the one-to-many bidirectional. So inside this employee, we are going to create a reference variable for the department. Let's see how we can do that. So inside this, what we are going to do is we are going to create a reference variable for the department, which will hold the list of departments, because we have already seen that, I'm sorry about that. So we have already seen that inside the department, this will be the many-to-one, which means many departments will be associated to a single employee. But inside this employee, one employee is associated with the multiple departments. So in this case, it will be reverse, one-to-many. But if you look at from the department side of view, that will be many-to-one. So inside this, we're going to create a reference variable for the department that will be a list type, and we're going to annotate with the one-to-many mapping, one-to-many annotation, and we're going to add the mapped by option, much like we have added inside the one-to-one mapping bidirectional. So mapped by, and we're going to provide the field name inside the department entity. So once we have set up this one-to-many and many-to-one inside these two entities, inside our controller, we are going to make a few changes. So first of all, our post mapping will be remain same, and this will return the string. Once we store the record into the database, we will get the record saved successfully. After that, we are going to write the get mapping for retrieving the list of employees. So let me uncomment this. So I have already written this method. I will just explain what I have written inside this method. So inside this, first of all, we are going to retrieve the list of employees from the repository. So this will return the list of employees, and then we are going to create a employee response. Okay, I have created a new employee response, much like how we have created the department response. So this employee response contains few fields like ID, employee name, and the departments. Again, the department will be of list type, because and each employee mapped to a multiple departments. So this will be a list of strings. And inside this, we have created the list of employee response, and then we will loop through the repository list, that is the database records, and each time when the loop runs, we are going to create a new employee response. So, and inside this employee response, we are going to set the fields like the ID and the employee name. But for the departments, we know that employee response contains the list of departments. For that, we are going to create a new list that will be of string type, and then we are going to loop through the departments that is coming from the employee repository. Okay, and we are going to add that to the departments list. So each time when the department runs, we are going to add it to the department's empty list. And finally, we are going to add this department to the employee response. So once we prepare the employee response, we are going to add that employee response to the response list, and we are going to return the response list back to the client. So this method is pretty straightforward. I think you guys can easily understand this. There is nothing much in this method. We are just setting and getting setting the information to the employee response. We have created a new employee response, and we are setting the associated fields to that entity class. So let's save all our changes, and our application will be restarted. Let's go back to the Postman. First of all, let's go to the create employee. So I have already inserted a few records, so I'll just insert a new record, which will be Chaitra, and the department, she is from mechanical, and one is civil. So when I click on this send, we should get the message record saved successfully. So now let's go to the read employees. As I said, I have already inserted 2 records, and now we have inserted one more record. So this time we should get the 3 records. So let me get rid of this, because this time for the get mapping we are not using any pagination or sorting. We're just sending the /employees. So when I click on this send, we should get 3 records, that is the employee name Bhushan, employee name Bharat, and Chaitra. Just now we have added the department will be mechanical and civil. So this is all about the one-to-many bidirectional. So we have discussed about the JPA mappings one-to-one, one-to-many, both in unidirectional and bidirectional. So the advantage of using bidirectional is from both the sides we are able to access the entities. Alright, that's all about this section. I will see you in the next video.